Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Eliza Petrie with former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson's trial being moved to Peoria County. Sangamon County taxpayers might have to foot the bill. Fox Illinois' Monique Davis is working for you to share what taxpayers may have to contribute. Monique.
That's right. If Sangamon County taxpayers have to contribute, Chicago-Kent College of Law professor Harold Krent tells me it will be a small increase to their tax bill. Krent says when this happens, it means the county is expending more money, so a tax increase is possible. Krent says the judge in charge of the trial also has the ability to allow taxpayers to avoid paying for trial costs.
The judge has the option of imposing the costs on the party that asked for the change of venue. And so that could be sometimes it's the government, sometimes it's defendant, sometimes it's plaintiff, depending upon the context of the case.
If taxpayers are responsible, Krent added the payment will be minor compared to the salaries of the judges, guards, and other staff involved in the trial. Krent also says the county could also pool funding from internal sources to cover the costs. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. The Sangamon County Clerk's Office says that the only case that has been moved out of Sangamon County until now was in March of 2001 when Dale Lash had his trial moved to Peoria County.
Now to the fatal phone call. The request for a change in venue for Sean Grayson's trial in the death of Sonia Massey has been granted. It will now be held in Peoria County. Grayson is charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of Sonia Massey last July. Now, Grayson was granted permission to have his trial moved. Sangamon County taxpayers might have to foot the bill. Our Monique Davis is working for you to break down what taxpayers could be paying for the change of venue. Monique?
That's right. Chicago-Kent College of Law professor Harold Krent tells me taxpayers could be paying anything from transportation to filing fees.
Oftentimes, and in the federal system as well, it's the taxpayer will just pick up if there are added costs. And again, usually they're relatively modest.
Chicago-Kent College of Law professor Harold Krent says there are limited categories of costs that go into moving a criminal trial. The biggest expense is likely transportation costs.
Witnesses and jurors may have to go someplace farther from home, and because of reimbursement schedules that they are guaranteed either by the attorney or by the court, if they're the jury, then they'll have to be paid more.
Former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson has been granted permission to have his trial moved to Peoria County. This means the jury for his trial will also be selected from Peoria County. Krent says the difference in cost for the trial being moved to Peoria versus staying in Sangamon County depends on a number of factors, like where the jurors, experts, and witnesses live.
If everything's really close, and there are some contiguous counties, obviously in Illinois, it will be almost de minimis in terms of the extra cost.
Illinois law says when a change of venue is granted, the court's clerk where the trial is moved must submit a statement of all costs, charges, fees, and expenses resulting to the move of the trial. The statement must not include charges for the use of the courtroom, fees, or salaries paid to employees of the county unless it is deemed necessary. All fines imposed and collected in the county where the trial is held shall be paid over to the county in which the indictment or information was found. The Sangamon County Clerk's Office tells me the only case that has been moved out of Sangamon County until now was in March of 2001. Dale Lash had his trial moved to Peoria County. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, Krent says the judge in charge of Sean Grayson's trial has the ability to allow taxpayers to avoid paying for trial costs. Passing the Senate today is a measure that would require more comprehensive review of prospective law enforcement officers prior to hiring. The bill, written in response to the death of Sonia Massey, would require law enforcement agencies to make sure prospective officers are fit for duty. It would also create the sheriff's merit boards and sheriff merit commissions. It now heads to the House for full consideration.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more videos from Fox Illinois.